For more, let's bring in CNBC contributor Tom Rogers. He's the current Newsweek editor-at-large and first NBC Cable President. Tom, great to have you with us.
Great to be here. Congrats on the new set.
Thank you. We are loving it so far, 35 minutes in. But I want to get back to this topic here. And Tom, how do you view this? Because it does seem like this could have massive implications in terms of the future of legacy TV, how this negotiations go.
Oh, I agree with that completely. To steal one of Guy's favorite terms, I think Disney has gone from stud of the media space to dud. It did not need this fight right now. It's got so many deals in front of it that it has to do. The Hulu-Comcast deal, the selling of ABC, the partnering with ESPN, and now it has Charter to resolve. And it's really hard to judge this company on any kind of metrics now. It's all about these deals and what it can do. And this is much more existential for Disney than it is for Charter. The thing to realize about Charter and cable companies in general right now is they used to be scared to death of these fights because the programmers would always win and they'd pull the programming right around something like Monday Night Football, and it would have to force a resolution because the cable companies couldn't withstand the pressure. Right now, cable companies have become pretty indifferent to their margins on the video side of their business. It's all about the broadband business, increasingly the mobile telephony business, but it's not about the video business anymore. And that's why Charter's ability to withstand pressure here is a whole different dynamic. And so, yes, this could really be a watershed event in terms of the programming side of the industry. And have they lost their leverage? If they have lost their leverage, probably deserve to be re-rated downward. And so this is really one to watch.
This is sort of a glimpse of the future, Tom, if you will. I mean, we all, or so many people have been talking about the death of legacy TV, the death of cable, the cable bundle, and here we are in the precipice. How do you think about the economics if Disney were to just go, you know, fast forward to direct to consumer? What does that mean? Can you just sort of walk us through the thinking?
Yes. Well, first you have the issue of all media companies are trying to milk their legacy businesses to get as much cash as they can to support the development of their streaming businesses. And so we all know about cord cutting. This is cord hair cutting, meaning even with the people who get the bundle, the issue is here, will Charter have the right to take the biggest channel, ESPN, and distribute it to fewer people who have the bundle, meaning lowering those economics coming out of the legacy business, having less money to support the development of the streaming business. Now, coming the other way, Charter says, hey, we want all your streaming businesses for free. We want to include those in the bundle. Why? Because you've taken all the best programming off your linear channels and moved it to streaming, and yet our subscribers are paying more than ever for the programming that you are charging us for. So they should get the streaming services for free. Now, that's not sustainable for Disney or the other legacy media companies with streaming. But there's probably going to have to be some kind of compromise that Charter distributes those streaming services at some kind of discounted price, and Disney looks to get Charter's and the other cable operators' shoulders behind their streaming business, which are very under-distributed relative to Netflix and how much distribution there is of cable subs.
Tom, it's Karen. Thanks for being on. What do you think is the thing that Disney's most likely to give up? They have to give up something.
I think they will probably give up how much of the cable base of Charter needs to get ESPN. That's probably something in the 80 or so percentage now that they have to distribute ESPN to 80% of their subscribers. They'll lower that threshold. I think it's just very difficult to say in a streaming era with more consumer choice, somehow all cable households, even those that don't want sports, have to take the sports tier and pay more. So there'll probably be some give there. Much harder to give on getting these streaming services for free, although, as I said, there's probably some compromise where they become distributors of streaming services at some discounted price.